morning, everybody. Please take a seat, everybody. Please take a seat. First, and welcome to our fourth and final bill signing of the legislative session. This has been a remarkable session. And first, I do want to just acknowledge Eric Lukey and the remarkable legislative team from the governor's office. You guys have been outstanding. The way you've just continue to build and rebuild this relationship between the governor's office and our legislative branch has been nothing short of spectacular. So we are grateful for, again, another outstanding session. So thank you all. Thank you. And, we started this session saying that our administration had 4 goals. The first was that we were going to make Maryland safer. The second was that we were going to make Maryland more affordable. The third, we were going to make Maryland more competitive. And the fourth, we are going to continue to make Maryland the state that serves. And today, we will sign bills that will make Maryland safer. When we entered office, we said that public safety was going to be our #1 priority. And we said in order to actually get the results we wanted, it meant that we were going to have to move differently. It meant we were going to have to do things differently because the status quo was not working. Baltimore alone had endured over 300 homicides every year for 8 straight years before we took office. The issue of public safety mattered too much to think that we could call on everyone else to take action without being willing to take action ourselves. And this issue mattered too much to think that we could hope or urge or pray or insist that the legislature do more without actually being willing to do the work ourselves. And I made a promise when we first came on board. I would never spend my time as governor simply giving thoughts and prayers and attending funerals without passing a single piece of legislation or without doing anything to be able to make the issue any better for the families that we are here to serve. So in this administration, we decided to move differently. We decided to put our heads down. We decided to rally our partners. And we decided it is time to get big things done. And last year, we delivered record investments to local public safety agencies and local law enforcement. We passed bills to crack down on gun violence. We built partnerships with our remarkable state's attorneys and our public defenders and our U.S. Attorney and the Attorney General and communities and advocates. And by moving in partnership, we have delivered results. Because partnership produces progress. Homicides in Baltimore are the lowest that they have been in almost a decade. And according to preliminary data, homicides are currently down 25% statewide, and non-fatal shootings are down 28% statewide year on year. So partnership produces progress, and change is happening, but I want to be very, very clear. The work is far from over. And our commitment to getting this right and the resolve that we have, it is steadfast. And this year, we introduced 3 bills to make Maryland safer. First, we introduced the Victims' Compensation Reform Act. It will ensure that victims of crime can count on support when they need it most, and this is critical. Because when people feel safe, when people feel like justice is going to be served, we actually have a better chance of getting convictions, and we have a better chance of actually closing cases. And like every bill that our administration has introduced, this bill was passed with votes from both Democrats and Republicans, and today we will sign it into law. Second, we introduced the growing apprenticeships and Public Safety Act, also called the GAPS Act. This legislation will build stronger pipelines to law enforcement jobs for all Marylanders, even those who choose not to pursue a four-year degree. And like every bill that our administration has introduced this year and last year, this bill was passed with votes from both Democrats and Republicans, and today we will sign it into law. Third, we introduced a bill to create a new Center for Firearm Violence Prevention and Intervention, which will be housed in the Maryland Department of Health. And just a few months ago, the Biden-Harris administration created the first ever White House Office on Gun Violence Prevention, and it's being led by representatives in this room. And we're grateful that you're here today to watch us as well, and we're thankful for your leadership. The President urged states to create their own offices of gun violence and prevention, and Maryland became the first state in the nation to officially answer President Biden's call. And you'll see a theme. Like every bill this administration has introduced in our first 2 years of office, it was passed with votes with both Democrats and Republicans, and today we will sign it into law. These bills go hand in hand with the bipartisan budget agreement that we passed, which also makes important investments in public safety. And I want to thank our budget negotiators for their partnership inside of this work. By working together, we made significant investments in public safety, in education, in housing, in childcare, and we achieved each of these goals without raising personal income tax, without raising corporate income tax, without raising sales tax, without raising state property tax, and passing a balanced bipartisan budget for the second year in a row. Now, none of the bills that we're going to sign today could have gotten done without the people in this room. And I'm so deeply grateful for both the friendship and the partnership that we have with the General Assembly and our leaders in the General Assembly, President Ferguson and Speaker Jones. And nothing could have gotten done without the partnership that we have with the advocates and the activists and the people who made their voices heard in Annapolis. Very loud voices heard in Annapolis. Even when it wasn't easy. Even when it was hard. Even when we knew that there'd be people who would be advocating the other side, but when you knew that when you believe in what you were fighting for, you will never stop fighting. And I want to give a special shout out to our friends from Everytown and our friends from Moms Demand Action for the remarkable leadership on making our communities safe and freeing us from this issue of gun violence. And today we're also joined by Rich Leota. Rich's son Noah was a Montgomery County police officer. And Noah was struck and killed by a drunk driver in 2015. Rich came to Annapolis. He urged lawmakers to require that people convicted of drunk driving use ignition interlock devices. This is called Noah's Law. And today, we will sign legislation to strengthen the original statute, which was first passed in 2016. Rich, can you please stand up? We are so grateful for you. God bless you. I also want to talk about Deborah Bennett. Deborah came to Annapolis to ensure that we do a better job of tackling the behavioral health crisis. And for Deborah, this is a personal issue. Her son, Ben, wrestled with the challenges adhering to mental health treatment for years. He was hospitalized 18 times in 7 different jurisdictions, and he died last year at the age of 35. But Deborah made sure that the story didn't end with her son's tragic death. She came to Annapolis. She testified on behalf of legislation to ensure that Marylanders who need behavioral health services are able to get them, and because of Deborah's work, we will soon sign the most comprehensive assistant outpatient treatment package for more than 20 years in the state of Maryland. For 20 years, we were trying to get AOT done. Now, today, this is the day, this is the moment, this is the time that we get this done, and we are so grateful for the leadership to make this happen. Bless you all, and thank you so much. And thank you, Madam Secretary. And Deborah and where is Deborah? I haven't seen Deborah. Bless you, Deborah. You got it done. You got it done. This is about building healthier, stronger, and more resilient communities where everybody's seen and everybody's supported, and where our future is one where everybody's fingerprints can be on those futures. And we are going to use every tool in our disposal to both tackle violent crime and also open up new avenues to prosperity. Which brings me to the final 2 bills that I want to briefly talk about. The Pava-Marie LePere Act and the Pava-LePere Legacy of Innovation Act. Pava was a friend. Pava was someone who I met years ago in Gloria Bailey's living room. And as soon as you meet Pava, you never forget meeting Pava. She was an entrepreneur, someone with a brilliant mind, someone who committed herself to building a brighter and a better future for all of us. And Pava was taken too soon from us. I want to thank Senator Will Smith for his leadership and partnership. I want to thank everybody who worked so hard to be able to address this issue. And by these 2 bills, by both the Pava-Marie LePere Act and the Pava-LePere Legacy of Innovation Act, these 2 bills in concert do 2 things. They both make sure that the tragedy that happened to Pava never happens again. And they also celebrate the light that Pava was and that she still is. Over in my office right now, maybe the most cherished gift that I have received since being governor. I've got 2 pictures. One is a picture of vacant homes in Baltimore. And the other is a picture of those homes that have been rebuilt. Habitable, lively, vibrant. And those are 2 pictures that Pava had in her apartment, sitting on each side of the hallway, where she knew that as she left the house for the day, she understood the Baltimore that she was walking into. But as she came back at the end of every evening, she remembered the Baltimore that she was fighting for, that she was investing in, and that loved her. And I've had the joy of getting close to her family. And when Frank and actually both her parents came and were cleaning out her apartment, they came to me and they said, I think Pava would want you to have these, and they gave me those 2 pictures that were inside of her apartment. And now they're sitting right above my desk as a reminder of not just that we have to make sure that the thing that happened to Pava never happens again, but never forget her light. Never forget what she fought for. Frank, we love you. We love your family. And thank you for making our state better. And I want to give you not 1, but 2 pens for the 2 bills that we are going to sign today that will make sure that always and forever, Pava is going to lead us, and we're better because of her. God bless you, my friend, and thank you. I'd now like to turn the microphone over to my friend, my partner in the work, Senate President Bill Ferguson.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. I'm going to slightly go a bit off script and retell a small story about Pava that I told her father and grandmother just a few minutes ago. About a year and a half ago, I met with Pava at an Upsurge event where it was a number of entrepreneurs who'd been brought around a table to talk to public policymakers about how we could improve entrepreneurship. And there were probably 20 folks, 20 leaders, founders in the room. And for the most part, people were introducing themselves, very deferential, very kind and nice. And Pava introduced herself, says, I'm Pava LaPere, I founded EcoMap, and you're doing everything wrong. And I tell that story because it is someone like that whose life was cut way too short, but whose legacy will live on in the work that is coming through this General Assembly, but that will happen through the state of Maryland because of the amazing people that she was able to touch and influence. And I'm so honored that you all can join us here today, and that we can put these pieces of legislation into action to make this a better state. It's hard to transition from that point, but we are here on a number of important pieces of legislation, most importantly of which is the one constitutional duty we have every year when we come here in January, and that is to pass a state budget. When we came this year, it was the first time it felt like some level of normalcy again. However, that also meant that federal money that had been coming in the pandemic and post-pandemic years had dried up. And so we had to make some very important decisions. I see the chair of our Budget and Taxation Committee and our chair of the Capital Budget Committee who are here today. I am so incredibly proud of the work that we were able to do with our House counterparts and with the administration to pass a balanced budget without across-the-board tax increases that invests in every single one of the core priorities that our state residents should demand of us every single year. This is a budget that will make Maryland stronger, more just, more equitable, and more sustainable for the upcoming future. I want to highlight 2 other small things. I want to be brief this morning because we have a lot of bills to sign. There was a challenging issue that we came into session this year dealing with youth who have committed crimes. It was an issue that we heard from constituents, from law enforcement, from defense attorneys, from the Department of Juvenile Services, that the juvenile service system was not working as effectively as possible. But this is probably one of the most controversial and hard issues that we have, because at the end of the day, what we're talking about are kids. We're talking about kids who need the supports and diversion and accountability to change their trajectories. I am very proud of the work that we are going to be putting into law today to create greater accountability, rehabilitation, and coordination, or ARC, within the juvenile justice system, because that's what it takes. It's not a single piece of legislation. It's all parts of the system coming together to organize around a clear vision to create safer communities for all. And finally, in that spirit, I normally don't highlight specific pieces of legislation that I take a part of as a presiding officer, but I think it's an important story for how legislation often comes about to be signed here today. We're joined, I don't see them in the room, unfortunately, but Arch McCown, Brent Fisher, and Taylor Schwartz, who are three constituents in the 46th Legislative District that brought an idea. Many places across the state are homes to hospitality where we want to live, work, and play. However, that comes with challenges, including public safety challenges. This year, on behalf of the advocacy of constituents within the district, we are putting forward a new piece of legislation that will be signed today that will create the Entertainment District Security Grant Program that provides neighborhoods and community organizations the ability to invest in things with law enforcement and beyond law enforcement to create safe communities in those areas where lots of people come to thrive. While of course this will be a benefit in Baltimore City, you can think about all the places across the state, from Ocean City to Frederick to Ellicott City, where we know that Maryland has these incredible assets, yet it comes with a cost. And so this grant program will help us to create the spaces in Maryland that create real communities where everyone has the opportunity to be their best selves. With that, this being our fourth bill signing day, I just want to say I am so incredibly proud of the work that we were able to do during the 2024 session. It would not have happened without the great partnership from my colleagues in the Senate, members of the House, and the administration. And with that, I want to hand it over to my colleague and friend in this work, Speaker Adrian Jones.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's great to be here with these two guys for our final bill signing of 2024. 3 months ago, I joined the governor and the Senate president to announce legislation to address the issue of juvenile crime in our state. See, our judiciary chairman is over there, Luke. Okay. I don't know who the other. I'm referencing my side. Despite all that has been written and said about this bill, it really comes down to some basic facts. Children in the system do not have clear pathways to rehabilitation, and there is no meaningful oversight of this process. All the while, we've seen a spike in behavioral health issues and a proliferation of handguns in our communities since the pandemic. House Bill 814 acknowledges this reality and says we want to help. Children carrying illegal guns, harming animals, or attempting rape need a juvenile system that acts swiftly, shares information, makes better decisions, and is accountable. I want to thank Judiciary Chairman Lou Clippinger, as I did earlier, Vice Chair Sandy Bartlett, and our Senate partners for putting rehabilitation front and center in this bill. Let me be clear, this issue does not end with House Bill 814. The budget we are signing today invests $16 billion in our children, from community schools to behavioral health programs to over $1 billion in intervention programs. We are ensuring that accountability comes with an investment in rehabilitation. We knew we were facing a tough fiscal outlook when session began, but we also made a commitment to fund things necessary for Maryland's future. At the top of this list was our world-class shock trauma system. I want to specifically thank Delegate Emily Shetty for her relentless advocacy to support our trauma centers and its doctors and nurses that save lives every day. Because of her leadership and the work of the House and Senate budget committees, our budget provides $105 million in additional funding to ensure that Marylanders can receive rapid and effective treatment at our trauma centers long into the future. We also invested over $32 million in hospitals around the state. That includes $20 million for the Shore Regional Health Center, $2.5 million for the Capital Regional Medical Center, $3 million for MedStar Southern, $1 million for Sinai Hospital, $1 million for Howard County General, and $2.5 million for Shady Grove Medical Center. As some of you may know, I've looked at budgets for over 25 years, so I know that this work is not just about the numbers. We are talking about investments in our healthcare facilities and the latest technologies to administer high-quality care and in our healthcare workforce. Speaking of our healthcare workforce, this year we passed a series of bills to bolster this industry from all angles. We passed legislation sponsored by Delegate Bagnell to address the shortage of dental professionals in Maryland. Legislation from Delegate Woods to expedite the pathways for nursing students to be certified. And legislation from Delegate Carr to remove administrative burdens on physicians' assistants and address the shortage of certified nursing assistants. These bills will have an immense impact on getting Marylanders the care that they need. I want to thank the Health and Government Operations Chair, Jocelyn Pena-Melnick, is right there, for her leadership and her steadfast commitment to this issue. With that, let's get these bills signed.
House Bill 576, Senate Bill 453, Mental Health Assisted Outpatient Treatment Programs.
House Bill 576. Can you look up the camera, please? Thank you very much. You're amazing. Next bill, please. Next group. All right, second photo, group 576. Corey, thank you. Right here, please, and thank you. Excellent. Next group, please.
Sorry, Joe, I really can't tell where you are, so scoot yourself back.
He's shooting way wide.
Oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. I thought I was good. I'm trying to stay back and under.
All good. That's why I was looking at the monitor.
No, you're good.
House Bill 575, Victim Compensation Reform Act of 2024.
You're gonna create a GoFundMe for suicide. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, but I can't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I thought about making a coat jacket that connects the lenses. Yeah, probably that. I was gonna wear suits. I'll swap it out.
House Bill 575. Let's look alive. Outstanding. You guys are amazing. Well done. Next group, please.
House Bill 583, Senate Bill 475, Center for Firearm Violence Prevention and Intervention Establishment.
House Bill 583, up here for history. If there's a face directly in front of you, move to one side or another because you're hidden by the faces in front. Thank you very much. Right here. Next group, please. Thank you very much. Eric? Senate Bill 475. Let's look alive. Perfect. Thank you very much. Next group, please.
Oh, it's great. I wanted the 6 and then I got the 9. It's there. I got the 9. You get 4K, it's
582, Senate Bill 473, Economic Development, Entrepreneurial Innovation Programs, Establishment, Powder Repair Legacy Innovation Act of 2024.
House Bill 582, this photo's for you. Thank you very much. Next group, please.
Senate Bill 1098, Correctional Services, Diminution Credits, Sexual Offenses.
It's one of those Sony ones. That's what either you get this one or you get the top one, or you just skip. What?
Senate Bill 1098. You are looking great. Next group, please.
Sweaty kid at recess,
Let's gather yourself up. We got all the take people down.
Still got Senate Bill 1098?
No, we already did 1098.
That's what I thought. But they're still looking great. Fabulous photo. Looking great.
Senate Bill 470, House Bill 597, Growing Apprenticeships and the Public Safety Workforce, GAPS Act.
Anyone else in line have a finish?
Ready when you guys are? Perfect. Thank you very much. Next group, please.
House Bill 1439, Senate Bill 1092, Emergency Services Funding.
They run the house.
They're in charge.
Dad, I need to go here. Yeah, I got a lot of friends and kids that live like all across the way. It's gonna be one of those we gotta text shit. Where are the kids at?
We good there? Senate Bill 1092. This one is for you. Thank you very much. Next group, please.
Everyone who responds to the edges, we bring them back to group, please.
I did. He ran it.
Everyone except the sponsors, the exit, please.
I didn't edit it.
Eric.
I would talk to him differently. Sorry.
Shot, please exit. If you're in the second shot, please come all the way over here. Please squeeze through and get in between. Please squeeze through so we can fit everyone in.
This is great.
There's still people coming in. I'll call. I will call. Okay, we're coming up now. All right. Senate Bill 1092, this one is for you. Right here, please and thank you. That's great. You guys are amazing looking. Next group, please.
Thank you all very much.
I came in on the video. I mean, there's 100. I'll tell you some stories. I used to work in New York. It was wild.
Thank you very much. Next, 300 Senate Bill.
Senate Bill 360, Budget Bill, Fiscal Year 2025.
Whatever the Secretary will number Livestream Ends, we can get everybody. Thank you to the entire Department of Budget Management.
Senate Bill 360, right here, please and thank you. You guys look amazing. Next group, please.
Senate Bill 362, Budget Reconciliation and Financing Act of 2024.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's big. It's as big as this thing. Yeah, it's heavy. It's got big fans.
Senate Bill 362, this one's for you. You guys look fabulous. Next group, please.
That's not really a shield. It's still not sea level. You're only going to use it for photos. So fire fun.
362,
But I'm telling
I'm pretty sure we did, but we got it again. It's all good.
you, need more than 24.
362 is amazing. Next group, please.
Yeah, I can get used for like a refurb.
Senate Bill
Just what I would do.
361, Creation of State Debt, Warren Consolidated Capital Bond Loan of 2024, and the Maryland Consolidated Capital Bond Loans of 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23.
Senate Bill 361. Thank you very much. Next group, please.
Well, that honestly, I get that. That one's easy. They'll do the pixel. They're making an Ari. They're making an Ari. I know. I want to try that. That's a big one. I'm a food user. That's not stupid. Body is very nice. It's such a side job. But they take all of the extra on site.
House Bill 947, Gun Industry Accountability Act of 2024.
Fine, you can find a red. That's the one. Find a red.
See the black line? 947, right here, please and thank you. You guys look amazing. Next group, please.
Don't worry about that. That's everybody. So they got red. Come on, I gotta give you shit. Yeah, I know. No, it's and that global shuttle is nice. That's something you can't get. Especially Rob. Which one?
That's Bill 947 right up here, please, and thank you. And you guys look fabulous. Next group, please. Next group, please. File out and let's get the next group in, please.
This is all right. It's not as sharp as 9 inches.
That's gonna make my whole day. Yeah, you need to dump. Okay. Say what?
Looking back, you should work college with all the lines.
The large one, right?
Yeah, wide one. Sorry. That's nice. Nobody knew when you jumped. That thing is hot.
You got it. You need this one? Okay. You too.
Good move, good move. Make sure your face is right between two heads. Don't get your face behind the head, otherwise it's all, there you go, better. Make sure your face is right between somebody else's heads. Try not to be right behind someone. 947, right here, please, and thank you. You guys look fabulous. Next group, please.
Switch it back.
I don't know if you're going right now. It's fine.
Senate Bill 943. Vehicle laws, bus obstruction monitoring systems, Better Bus Service Act of 2024.
Sarah was about to say,
Why am I here? Good, very good.
Senate Bill 943 up here for history. Right there, you guys are looking fabulous. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 1091, Education, Blind and Visually Impaired Students, Textbook Equity.
Senate Bill 1091, you guys are fun. Perfect. Next group, please.
House Bill 105, Drunk Driving Offenses, Ignition Alarm System Program.
Do you want this bonus card back in the...
Yeah, we'll put it in upside down. Put it in face. Face.
I'm really excited to put out the 35. I don't have that 35 yet. So, 24. I'm strong. This line's alright. This is 50 by
See what you need to see, Alan?
Got a lot more room over here.
There's a lot of those.
I think you might get some.
Okay. Get the hell out of here. Yes.
Well, yeah,
Please. I'll take 10. 20.
Which is how I am here. These guys, some people do. It's an interesting mat.
Is that a girl math joke?
What?
I said, is that a girl math joke?
No, I'm just saying it's like, we're just talking about owning stuff. It's like, I don't want to own this stuff, but I just stay. You all. see both sides of those.
House Bill 105. Let's look alive. You guys are fabulous. Got you all in there? Next group, please.
House Bill 814, juvenile law reform.
Like you all can just come and have it, not worry about it. Like if you break it, it's your own problem. If I break something here, I feel like, you know, there's a good and a bad.
There is. Did you have to sign your life away when you got your cameras too? Like,
My stickers on them. I don't know how my agency said.
congratulations on your new cameras.
Like 6 months ago. Like, what are you guys doing?
I moved your laptop because it's horizontal.
I appreciate it.